Welcome back, folks. And we draw breath after Lex Powers won event number 1. And here we are, the start of event number 2 and our first live stream. Over 2 hours after our first event live stream. Here we go with event number 2. And we've got Oliver Hogan against Leo Howard. A positive stun away there from Oliver. Match by Leo. First look on the live stream from both these players, and both looking very relaxed in the early exchanges. Very relaxed off stage as well, off camera as well, was Leo. We're nicknaming him Pretty Boy, having a bit of banter. And he's got a beautiful fluorescent shirt going on there. I'd be hoping his arrows are just as bright come the conclusion of this round of 32 matchup. But it's Hogan who leaves 104 after 12 darts with the impressive start. Howard back on 240, so no rush to take this out. We're back to a race to 4, folks. Best of 7 until we get to our ladder exchanges again. Double top for the first leg. The big fish needs to go, you feel. That would have raised the Coventry chandeliers. Would have raised the roof. Here at Lime Tree Park. Double top taken out beautifully. Had time on his side and wrapped it up without much fuss at all. Oliver 31st, the WDF rankings. Third in UK and Ireland overall. So a real quality operator. For Lee, always came through Q School to play on the Advanced Tour. And as we know by the figures mentioned there in attendance, 180 plus to come through that is no mean feat. He was 43rd last year on the Foundation Tour. So this is a real step up. And he's doing a great job. 160 after 12 to get his event 2 up and running. Great adjustment to the treble 20 there from Oliver. He's got 6 starts if needed as Leo. Just looking to set things up nicely, and it does so perfectly. The way his darts were going in there, that could have been tricky. But he's pinpoint and leaving tops. 94 pressurizes it slightly. Unable to get his first leg on the board, and the 110 is certainly doable. And it's certainly doable now. Oh, great attempt. Double 10. Nice marker, perhaps. And Hogan will be back for 25. He goes for the double 10 route Fruitful again and doubles his advantage. Leo will be disappointed he didn't get a score on the board there. We need bounce back ability from him. Two up and looking very relaxed. But two troubleless visits gives Leo a window of opportunity. There's a lot riding on this leg and both players feeling it. Beautiful last start to get the treble 19. Oliver, who's at the board now. England Youth Grand Prix champion. My screen goes walkabouts for 1 second. I'll be with you, back with you again, folks. Here I am, back with you. Yeah, so England Youth Grand Prix 3 champion is Oliver. So to win something like that shows the class of the man. 15-year-old. Very little to choose between them in this leg. 18 darts thrown, 119 going. First up for Oliver. 120 if he gets a chance. But a beautiful first start. Oh, and he's unable to find the 12 or the treble. He got greedy perhaps in going for the treble 12, and that proved fatal. And they'll be dancing on the streets of Copner if he takes out the 120 here. The Pompey native is Leo. And it's Oliver's turn. To wire double top. Will it be his friend this time, Leo? It will be. Brilliant nerve, brilliant determination, brilliant resolve, and he's off the board. Break out the party in Copner. They'll be dancing on the streets. Great response there from Oliver. And Leo responded. We've got a game on our hands here. A brilliant contest. The early exchanges of event number 2 here on the JDC Advanced Tour. The scoreline's tied 3-1 apiece. 2-1 on throw and both averaging 68. It's been a very eye-catching progression for Leo, who was averaging in the early 50s in the Foundation Tour last year, and he certainly stepped it up to qualify through Q Skill. And if it wasn't for missed doubles now, would certainly be averaging into the set in excess of 70. It's about getting through, as we mentioned. Forget about the averages. Second attempt at the big fish, and a great last start to bring him down. below the 100 mark, but Oliver on 32 to go one away. Wild with his first start, better with his second, and again a straight with a third. So 75 is doable here to level things up. 18 for tops, double two. Rightly steps back and asks the referee. So Oliver back for 3-1, double eight. Sure he won't make no mistake this time. He's been better on tops and tens, but makes amends with a double eight. And 3-1. He's got the throw in leg number 5 to seal the deal at this attempt. Is the life still left in this round of 32 match? How will Leo respond? He responded beautifully to get it to 2-1 with double top at the first attempt after missing darts in the leg previous. And Oliver, businesslike in the way he's going about his 3-1 victory so far. His 3-1 lead so far. It's not a victory until we get to 4, of course. And this is an opportunity now. He's got to start finding the trebles if he's going to remain alive in this match. Over trying perhaps, which is easily done. We've all been there. More so than others like me when I'm chasing a game. Now finding the red bit at the right time. He needs to. Can he find a green bit? He goes back upstairs. Keeps him alive in this leg though. Keeps them straight. You feel 2 or 3 might have to go in 6 starts. Again, finding the treble 20 at the right time. This is brilliant from Leo. Very unlucky attempt there on the 103. And 98 to wrap up the match for Oliver. So 56 to get back on throw. 48, slip there from Leo. And he has had chances. Could this be the end of his day? Obviously, we've got events 3 and 4 to look forward to on Sunday. But he's going to rely on misses from Oliver. No mistake. Oliver Hogan is through to the round of 16 with a 4-1 victory over the very disappointed Leo Howard. He'll be back tomorrow, but it's Oliver who progresses to the round of 16. 4-1, he wins. Next up, folks, we've got Taylor McGuigan taking on Craig Devlin of Scotland. Welcome back, folks. Our second first round match of event number 2 sees Craig Devlin of Scotland taking on Taylor McGuckin of England. Warm-ups are complete. Craig, go for the bullseye. And it's Taylor who gets us underway early. First look at Craig Devlin, north of the border. Just looking at something on a bit of homework here on Taylor McGuckin. It's got a 21.78 average, a 3-0 victory over Mick Smith in the Coventry Q Club against Tamworth. So a local guy is Taylor against Craig Devlin, who's from Kilwinning. And winning is what he'd be looking to do here. Craig, who played in the JDC National Youth Final in early December on the night of the Jockey Wilson Memorial Cup, played in front of over 500 viewers, and came out winning that one 4-1 against Jay McKnight. Great performance there to win that from Craig. Taylor on 130, both on 130. Taylor on 555. Great attempt there for the opening leg. And can Craig go one better? One opening leg from both at the business end of it. Both with opportunities of the 130. The baby fish almost lands. But 555 lands for Taylor. And it's an impressive holder throw. That'll settle him down nicely. Both in confident mood if they're both going close to getting the 130 checkouts. The first one's always the most difficult of the day, but they've had time to warm up during event number 1. So they're not coming into this opening round cold. The beauty of the JDC Advanced Tour, having 2 events per day. And remember, we've got the girls' final coming up once their semi-finals have reached a conclusion. In between the early exchanges of this. But of course, we're going to see this match all the way to its climax. And perhaps 1 or 2 more. Brilliant here from Taylor. And a 171 fills the green bit as he looks to break and go 2-0 in front. Again, both players featuring in this match have came through qualifying school. So the match hardened coming into the Advanced Tour. 10. A beautiful 94 checkout. Set up nicely early doors with a 171 and an 81.24. He's cooking nicely as Taylor. Really finding his focus and range. And Devlin needs to respond. You feel a hold of throw from Taylor here and 3-0 will be a long way back for Devlin. So he's got to find a break here, you'd imagine. Not impossible, of course. We've seen many of the modest matches go 3-0 and players coming back from that, but it is rather difficult at any level. And especially when Taylor McGugan is playing in such scintillating form. This is impressive from the Coventry Ace. $160 after 12. A beautiful last start on the treble 20. And this is one-way traffic in leg number 3, as is the scoreline perhaps. And Devlin has had his chances. He's played well. His timing has just not been there, unfortunately, so far. Still time to turn this one around. $79 going. Leaves himself 60 if he gets the opportunity. McGugan on 40. And a lovely marker with the first start. Unable to use it. And Devlin, eyes wide open for this 60. Again, opportunities go missing. Door is slammed firmly shut in Devlin's face with that double top. Taylor McGugan leads 3-0 and he's one away. Pepper in the wire of the treble 20 and disappointed to only come away with 41. It's now or never for Craig Devlin. His averages is rising. But he's up against a solid 74 and change. 75 make that for Taylor McGugan. So Devlin's going to have to average a feel around about the mid-80s if he's going to get back into this one from here. $84. He'd be disappointed after that treble 20 with the first start. But he's still firmly in the mix to break and win the match from here. Devlin digs in deep though. Beautiful 140 there to leave 94. And a lovely last start to set Devlin up with an opportunity if he's given it. 94 for the match though, to finish it in style. He wants double top. 2 10s. A great attempt, but Devlin for 68 to stay alive. 8 or 16. He wants double 16. And a snatchy dart there gives McGugan the opportunity to wrap it up. Double 5. He's hit it before. Back comes Devlin for 32. Brilliant dart. A 24 dart holder throw. It matters not how many darts have been thrown. He's still alive in this match. Craig Devlin, a beautiful double 16 when it mattered. Game on, everybody. And how will that inspire the Scot? McGugan thereabouts with the two treble 19 opportunities, but Devlin with his bit between his teeth now. He senses blood. Leg 5 perfectly poised. And Taylor with a great treble 19. Matched by Devlin with the last start. Leg 5 is anyone's guess. I'm on the edge of my seat here. Great two treble visit there. And again, Devlin staying alive nicely with a treble 19 on the last start. 107 when he returns, because he will return after that first start in the 3 for McGugan. And a vital 107 attempt upcoming. Still a possibility. Not anymore. 80 going. Keep things straight, he says, in his head. And he does that coming back for 60 if Taylor can not take out the 91. But a beautiful first start gives him 2 at tops for the match. Double 10 for the match. He gets it. A puff in the cheeks. And eventually Taylor McGugan gets the job done. A very respectable 74.26 average. Craig Devlin will rue missed chances early in that match. But it's impressive stuff. And Taylor McGugan is through to the round of 16. Next up, we've got Joe Wesley taking on the almost 9-dart half-throb in Ben Townley coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. And this one I'm really looking forward to. Ben Townley taking on Joseph Westbury. A fist pump and a bullseye off. For those of you who were lucky enough to see Ben Townley in action last night on the JPL, impressive darts shown by him. And we're getting a glimpse of him again on day two. Day one, of course, of the JDC Advanced Tour. This lad can play, but so can Joseph Westbury. 15-year-old is Joe, 10th in the WDF boys rankings. That's UK and Ireland. 103rd altogether. Globally, sorry. And for Ben Townley, as mentioned earlier, the almost 9-dart heartthrob from St. Helens. Missed double 12 earlier on. Will we see a repeat of that in this match or later on in the tournament for him? We're about to find out. He's doing very well in leg number one. The dart should be tight. And if they were to have a fringe off, it'd be a photograph finish also. So 160 going, and it's a possibility after 15 darts. Sets it up lovely, does Townley. Brilliantly taken double five. And for JDC viewers from last night and tonight and today even, we're yet to see Ben Townley drop a leg. If anyone wants to watch back the JPL from last night, that's a bit of a giveaway, the scoreline, saying that he hasn't dropped a leg. Played Lewis Cook last night. Lewis was impressive in his own right. We'll definitely be seeing more of him. And for Joe Westbury, JDC Super 16 event winner. The Grand Prix event winner, the Blackburn Youth Academy, the Tongamoo Darts Tournament winner, the winner of the JDC Nations Cup, and the ADC Vault Preston finalist. They take some winning these vaults, don't they? Great opportunity now. Double 14. Oh. Second dart was absent from the treble 20, so he's back for 60 as Townley, making it look so easy. You won't go for the ball, surely. No way. Double top now. Must like a high dart as a marker for the double top on 60. And it slipped into the double five. Had time on his side. And double 10 again. Double five was fruitful in the first leg. He'll be asking the same for double seven if he returns. but he might not get the 156 as possible. Not anymore. Lovely first start, unable to follow it in as Joe. Lovely marker to slide above it. Could this be the first leg we witness Ben Townley losing over 2 days of action on a live stream, that is? Getting frustrated, but finds it when it matters. And again, regardless of the amount of darts thrown, it's 2-0 to Townley. The man from St Helens has the darts and the advantage in leg number 3. Joseph also a Blackburn Academy Premier League winner just last year, an ADC Botanical Gardens Grand Slam of Darts winner. Alan Hodgson certainly knows how to put these Grand Slams on down at the Botanical Gardens. Certainly takes a lot of organising. They've got the players and the skill level on display in the Northwest region. When I was looking at a bit of research yesterday, and I was looking at the county table, and I was quite surprised to see the mighty county of Cheshire struggling at the lower reaches of the table. They could be in the third tier of county darts for the first time in a long time. Beautiful 140 there to pressure the 52 for a 17 dart hole to throw. Wraps it up nicely. The 140 was in vain, but back in the red bit as he looks to stay alive is Westby. Certainly play with a lot of talent is Westby. And again, the scoreline not necessarily resembling what it's showing right now. And he's still going to have to make the work hard to win a leg, because a 2 treble visit puts Townley firmly in line to keep his whitewash live stream dreams alive. Joseph digging in beautifully. And you feel if he gets this leg, it could carry a bit of momentum. Townley, of course, rock solid, but Westby improving as the match develops. Blocked with the first dart, so wasn't doing an exhibition attempt there. That was a good board management. And the 58 simply has to go. Double top. 2 darts in hand. Simply lovely. He's on the mark in event number 2. And only 48 away. Quality operator is Townley. One of the 2 qualifiers as mentioned in the JPL. He'll look forward to putting himself up against the very best of the JDC. The 16-year-old getting frustrated with his lack of trebles, but Westby unable to respond. Great adjustment with the second dart there from Townley. And Ben unfortunate with the third. Treble in the last visit there. Digging in deep. But a beautiful response at 140 to turn the screw with the fifth leg. Responds does Westby with a 134. What a match. What drama we have here in Coventry. 95. Sets up 32 when he returns. To wrap up the match. It's not a whitewash, but 4-1 will do nicely. Double trouble. Gives Westby an opportunity for 68. Goes downstairs for 17. Finds the double 16. Back for double 8. Composes himself nicely. Double 4 has to switch. A difficult switch. Downstairs for 2s. Chasing it. And an unexpected opportunity to be back on throw, folks. Who would have thought that? But it's going to require nerves of steel. He has nerves of steel, does Westby. And it's 3-2 from absolutely nowhere. But after Townley in that last leg hit the 140 and Westby responded to stay alive with a lovely 134, that was crucial. And it kept the pressure on. Brilliant darts though from Ben. A 140 away, punishes the 39. Back comes Westby. Who's going to win this one? To and fro. The momentum shifts dart by dart. Solid ton. 2-2-2 after 9. Ben hot on his heels, but still with the advantage of throw as Westby. Townley also part of the Winmow Team 360, doing them proud, doing his sponsors proud, doing his family proud, doing himself proud. And Westby looks like he's on autopilot and doing it with ease right now. Slightly more methodical is Townley, but equally as effective. So 56 to wrap up the match again. Double top, friend of 4, 2 10s. Chasing the doubles again, and it gives Westby the opportunity to take us the distance. And we'll go the distance when what looked like being 4-0 has now got 4-3 either way, and Townley has the advantage. It poses the big question, would you rather have the darts in the deciding leg, or would you rather be 3-0 down and come back to 3-all and be against the throw? It's a big debate to be had. We're about to find out our winner momentarily. '97 keeps him in the hunt there, but that's a brilliant visit from Townley with a 140. The last time he done that, Westby had a 2 treble visit in response, and he's done exactly that again. Brilliant darts from the pair. It really is a shame to see a loser in this one. They're both winners in my eyes. 113 for the match. It may take a check out like this to wrap it up, having had so many with 3 darts in hand. 49 going. And Stray going for the 9 to leave tops. So he's got a 2 dart check out when he returns if Westby can't go out in style with a 164. Townley will be back. 32 going. Double 8. He gets over the winning line eventually. And for the man from St. Helens, if we were dealing in rugby league terms, was on the 5th tackle and he secures the win in the end. Ben Townley through to the round of 16. We come back there from Westby, but Townley advances. Next up, we've got Archie Self against Owen Bryceland. Get the popcorn out for that one, folks. Welcome back to the action, everybody, on this Saturday afternoon. Our first look of 2025 for JDC Advanced Tour champion from 2024. Archie Self in action. One of the favourites to lift the JPL, the Junior Power League, which commenced last night against the young pretender, Owen Bryceland, 11-year-old, and what a talent he is. We saw him in event 1. And this boy can play. And he's won the bullseye off against the JDC number 1. And for young Owen, if you think that the round 1 draw was difficult, a 4-0 win over Jack Johnson. Impressive darts from that outcome. 73.32 average in beating Jack Johnson. Sets himself up nicely for a pop at the JDC number 1. The WDF World Champion. Archie did that on the Lakeside stage in December by beating the top seed in the WD World Championship event for the boys by beating Jensen Walker 3-2 in what was a nail-biting thriller. 82 for the opening leg, 17 for tops. Rapid fire and very unlucky at tops. Fantastic attempt at the 104 as well for Archie to break through. Double 10 going. And Bryceland, shell and peas, is not fazed by that 104 attempt. What a player Archie Self is. A 180 to get us underway on the second leg and his first with the advantage of throw in this match. The 9 darter is on. Will we see one today or over the weekend? We might hear Archie Self is on the 9 darter. A very good attempt. The commentator's curse eventually kicked in. And he's on 181 after 6. Human with himself there with the last start. I believe 65 after 9. Terrible, Archie, terrible. Double 10 for an 11 dart leg. This is impressive stuff from the England superstar. A 12 darter. And he's told the youngster from Scotland, I'm not going anywhere. I'm sticking around. You're going to have to beat me and beat me well. 12 darter, impressive stuff. A 4-1 victory it was for Archie in his first round match. An 84 average against Alfie Cook, brother of Lewis. Both part of the Windmill 360 team is Archie and Lewis. And a bit like what we mentioned with Paige Paulin last night with the girls, the glittering youth resume that she has, Archie Self has the same. My youth resume, it was runner up in the Butlands under 14s, and there was only 2 of us turned up for it. Great attempt. Finally executed by Archie. And that 100 score there has him just averaging underneath the ton against Owen Bryceland, 11-year-old and thrown an 80 plus average. We know he's got that in his armour. He's done that on more than one occasion within the JDC ranks. And like Jaden Walker, who's 12, this 11-year-old is one of the best I've seen around. Is the experience of the 15-year-old Archie Self on 152 after 12 darts, just starting to show through now. You feel that Owen needs to get off to every leg with a 2 treble visit to remain active in it. 52 after 15 darts. As my screen goes off again at exactly the wrong time. Bear with me, folks. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Really annoying. Three, 1 and 1 away is Archie Self. One of the hot favourites for event number 2. He's been to the quarter-final stages in event number 1 of Turgle of Mongolia. We've seen him in action on the live stream in event number 1. The likes of these JDC heavyweights are going to be duking it out regular over the course of the season. So it'll be interesting to see how these personal battles develop. Two players already through to the quarterfinals. Mason Tees is through with a 4-1 victory over Oliver Hogan, who we've seen earlier on the live stream. And again, consistent from the Scot, Mitchell Laurie is through 4-3 against Shoyers. Stay alive in this match, 153. It doesn't go, so Arch should be back for 60 to wrap things up. 94 and change for the 2024 Advanced Tour champion. Double top for 3-2. Just lost his composure slightly there. There was a lot of movement going on from tops to tens. And James Wade-esque on double 10 secures the deal. Archie Self with a 90 averages through to the quarterfinals, a 4-1 victory. I will certainly see a lot more of Archie Self as the day goes on. Here we are then live, folks. Quarter-final action, Daniel Stevenson against Jack Nankervis. And for role-play purposes, when the scoreboard was needing amending, we had Jack as our young Scottish friend, and we had Daniel Stevenson being Archie Self and thrown right-handed. But here we go, quarter-final. Daniel Stevenson will attempt for the bullseye, and he will have the advantage of throw. The first to four legs still. It's ramped up to best of 9 in the semis, and the final best of 11. Mouth-watering crash in prospect, as is all of our quarter-final lineup. I'll get to that shortly. We'll just feel out the early exchanges from both players. And if I was pricing this one up, it would certainly be 5 to 6 the pair. I'm not a greedy bookmaker. I'll give 10 to 11 for both of them. Jack, of course, featured last night in the thrilling match with Archie Self. A real explosive talent. Second on the JDC Order of Merit last year. JDC number 2, England international, and Daniel Stevenson is also his England teammate. Solid start from Dan. The Northumberland Massive rocks up to Coventry and rocks up with a 17 dart holder throw. But as we saw with the courageous temperament of Nankervis yesterday, came back from absolute nowhere to salvage a draw against Alfie Smith. Alfie Smith? Who's put something in my coffee? Yes, of course, was Archie Self that topped the Advanced Tour last year. 225 points he finished on. And Nankervis was closely behind in second place on 194. That's legs one, sorry. 44 points and 39 points, so closely followed still. As we look for a 180 from Stevenson. Don't drink cold black coffee, folks. A good thing in there from Dan. Is his first to a double for a breaker throw, perhaps. Rapid fire action from Jumping Jack. Single for double to double his advantage. 92 for a level game. Double 16. Double 8. Double tops. Oh, he's walking on that one. He's got to recompose. An unexpected revisit to the board and double 8 for Nankervis. Takes it out of the third attempt. A relieved young man. Fully focused and raring to go for leg number 3. We have a 180 to kickstart it. Stevenson not resting on the missed doubles. He's got the advantage of throw, and he was on the 9 darter. 5 perfect darts, seen live twice on the live stream. We're edging closer to perfection here with the JDC Advanced Tour. Two treble visit, but little damage done with Stevenson with a 1-3-5 attempt. Board management going for the treble 21st and not utilising the ball. No need for that. He respects his opponent. To retake the lead. Does it beautifully. Uses all 3 of the darts. And an 84.5 average. 2-1 he leads against Nankervis. Who's the English Classic Youth Champion, the Welsh Open Youth Champion, multiple Advanced Tour titles last year. Obviously, he's going to be Mr. Consistent if he's second in the table, but he's a winner. Both players really finding their hole to throw boots, dominating the legs that they start first in. Leaves the big fish if Jack comes up dry on the double 10. Is it in? Oh, just inside. Tight darts. Drama for the big fish. Pressurizes the double 5. This is tricky. He's got to take care of his work here. A blocker down with a second. That laid awful for him. And the 140 did pressure it. And 3-1 from nowhere. Stevenson one away from a semi-final after a horrible draw in event number 1 where he faced Ryan Branley, his Northumberland stablemate. Losing out 4-2 in that one. And Nankervis digging in deep as he did last night against Archie Self. We mentioned the other quarterfinals. Archie Self, the WDF World Champion, takes on the JDC World Champion, Lex Parhauser. And Mason Tees, the World Open Champion, takes on Mitchell Lorry. Mr. Consistent is the Scot today. Well, that's to wrap things up as he hit it. The flight's in the way. The shake of hands suggests that it's gone in. And Daniel Stevenson, an impressive, just shy of 90 average, has beaten Jack Nankervis, the number 2 ranked player from last year. And it's Daniel Stevenson who's on the march to the semi-finals. Our semi-final will be coming up rather shortly, so stay with us, folks. Welcome back to the action, everybody. Semi-finals Saturday on the JDC Advanced Tour. And it should be an absolute quality affair, this. Mason Tees, our first look today at Mason, but he's a real thoroughbred in terms of JDC Advanced pedigree. And Lex Parhauser, fairly new to the JDC Advanced Tour scene, in fact, brand new, winning event number 1 on his maiden appearance and in the semi-finals of event number 2. Can he go back to back on his debut? The JDC World Champion has been mightily impressive so far, but he's up against an opponent that will really, really push him, and I'm sure he's beaten him in the past. I'll have to do a bit of digging on that one, but I'm sure they've reached the semi-final of. No, in fact, it was the final of the World Open, I believe, where Mason Tees came out victorious in that one. Oh, I dug that one from off the top of my head. But we're underway, and it's Mason Tees who wins the bull and has the advantage should it go to that all-important 9th leg. And if it does, win for a real treat. As the motorbike revs up in the background, Mason Tees revving through the gears to try and take the opening leg on throw. It's been a long day for these youngsters, but they look fresh as a daisy, both of them. The exuberance of youth. So the big fish, unable to land, will be reeled in at this attempt. So Mason will be back for 54. 17 dart hold to throw. I said this will be a good one. We've not mentioned Mason yet on the stream, but I knew he'd be one of the fancied runners in both of the events. Mason's route to the semi-final stage. Win over Jaden Jones first up. 79 average and a 4-1 victory. Oliver Hogan, who we've seen already, a 4-1 victory over him with a 91 average, cranking it up nicely. And guess what? A 4-1 scoreline again against the Mr. Consistent man from north of the border, Mitchell Lorry. Congratulations on his performances on day 1 of the Advanced Tour, stepping up from the Foundation Tour. What, 3-2 after 12. Flashy wants double 16, 2 bullseyes landed, did the hard work. And almost a world champions finish. That would have been rather nice. $16 dart hole. We've seen plenty of them from Lex Parhauser over the course of the day. And with the darts there, Lex, with the 16 dart, it's basically saying to your opponent at any level, chuck 100 average in a 15 darter or better if you want to beat this, because that's the standard that I'm going to be chucking all day and all night. And for Lex, it was a more difficult route to the semi-final. A win over Kia Basal 4-3 with an 86 average, and I was following his round of 16 game to a certain degree in amongst all of the chit chat. And it was 3-2 down, I believe, against Taylor McGuckin, who we saw on the live stream earlier on. And he managed to squeeze his way through that one, as champions do, with a 79 average, before ramping it up and having a bit of breathing space against the WDF world champion, Archie Self. So this looks a distinct possibility. We could have our first breaker throw of the semi-final. The great last start there to leave himself a manageable 2-dart checkout. And again, that 15 to 18 dart range. Double top again. 18 darts is as good as 16. And he takes the advantage 2-1, and he's got the throw in leg number 4. As for Mason, he's a WDF top 10er. He's a twice world ranking event champion in 2024. England Youth Grand Prix 2 champion, and the Welsh Classic Youth title to his name. And I mentioned that off the top of my head. I'm just looking at my notes here from that I prepared earlier for him. And it was a World Open final against Lex Parhauser, 5-1 victory. And I watched that game as I was preparing for Lex for the JPL. And Mason really did perform well in that final. It was Lex with the flashy 90 plus averages to get to the final, and Mason was just doing gritty 80 to 85 averages, but he really stepped up with a 92.66 average in that final to be the World Open champion. Congratulations for his efforts, of course, in that. Going back to 2023, he was also a semi-finalist at the JDC World Championships. Losing out to Hungarian Almos Kovacs 5-2. A certain Mr. Luke Littler won the final. Parhauser extending his lead, and Mason, you feel, needs to hold his throw here to go 3-2. But Parhauser in the red bit. Yeah, in a race to 5, you don't want to be going 4-1 down against the JDC world champion. So a ton in a 95 will certainly help. But Parhauser again, a 2 treble visit to leave 2-2-1. He's relentless, isn't he? Great determination from Mason. We're certainly going to see a lot over the course of the campaign of Mason Tees, regardless of this result, as Parhauser for a double break on 136, his first to a double. Mason back on 150, and he will get a shot at it. Where are we starting off here then, Mason? Are we staying with the treble 20? Are we going the 219s route? He opted for the ever more popular 219s for double 18 route. Parhauser needs treble 19 for a double 18 of his own. He gets it, double 18. Oh, and a Richie Bennett snatch going on there. Almost kicked Mason in the chin. double top. I've got on my notes, Mason's a bit of a double tops and double tens merchant. And it's let him down on this occasion, but Parhauser with a tricky double nine coming back. 86.96 average. He's cooking nicely. To go one away. Not on this occasion. And to reduce the erase to 3-2. A reprieve perhaps. Double 10. Trusty double 10. Lovely marker. Utilises it perfectly. And it's 3-2. We've got a game in our semi-finals. And Parhauser with a back-to-back 140. He's really turned the screw in that leg. Mason did well to come out of it on top. You need a little bit of luck at times to win a title. And could that be the little bit of luck that Mason needs to propel himself into the final? And county teammates or not, Daniel Stevenson will be sick of the sight of Ryan Branley. 4-2 victory in the opening round of event number 1. And a 5-0 whitewash from Ryan over Daniel in the semi-final. So he's in our final. Will it be a repeat of event number 1? And who will that be? Or has Mason T's got other ideas? He certainly has. First up, though, 145 attempt. We'll call it. He's going for a Jaden Walker. Mason will be back for 70. 70 on the cards after 12 darts. A proper leg against the throw, this is. And it's just what is needed. And it's got to go, you feel. Double top again. Great effort. But Parhauser will be back for double 12. To go one away again. For breathing space. To hold his throw. 2 6s. Got to go. And the first glitch in the armory of Lex Parhauser. And if you love double top, you've got to love double 5. He thought he'd lost it. He thought he'd snatched at it. But he played it coolly, and we've got a 3-all game. It's best of 3 from here, folks. I had a feeling this would be tight. How we've got there, I don't know, but 3-all is anyone's game from here. Yeah, quality operator is Mason. I enjoyed watching that world final in prep for the JPL. He's a real cool customer. As all the elite JDC Advanced Tour players are. And to be fair, you can go as deep as the Foundation Tour. They really are learning from grassroots level, and it's great to see across the academies around the country and around the UK and Ireland, of course. And in the girls, we've got Rebecca Allen in the semi-final. We're going to see the girls' final at some stage. We're in the latter stages of that. Paige Paulin's still going strong, as you'd expect. But 149 to retake the lead against the throw. Disappointed with the lie, disappointed with the first dart. Lovely second dart, but it's 103 is certainly manageable. in the wheelhouse of Mason tees. 3 for tops, or is it a blocker? 36 left, goes for double, 18. Didn't fancy the tops on that occasion. So Lex, usually on the veranda, puffs out his cheeks for his first bit of emotion. Double tops for 4-3. Lands it perfectly, and he has the throw in leg number 8 to seal the deal and go into the final. Mason will be disappointed with that. It was a great attempt at the 103. And you probably think it's a gimme that Lex Parhouse is going to chuck a dart between 15 and 18 at worst. So Mason's going to have to start doubling up with his trebles per visit from here, you feel. Is he listening? Not all lost because there's very little in it still because of Lex's trebleless visits. He's feeling it as well. Of course, there's huge pressure at the business end of any tournament. And these thoroughbreds make it look easy most of the time. Great darts here from Mason Tees. Almost the Rob Cross or Luke Little 162. There's the two treble visit he was craving, but it's going to rely on misses from the 82 here for Parhauser. The JDC world champion needs 75. He steps back. He wants double 12. For a place in the final, Mason can't watch. And tension going on there. And could Mason wrestle back the advantage in our deciding leg? 51 going, 11 tops will probably be the route. It's not, it's 19 for double 16. What do I know? Beautiful two take there, pop, pop. And we're going the distance. 5-0 for Ryan Branley in our first semi-final. We're going all the way in semi-final number 2. Mason going first. Good luck, guys. Pounces all over that missed double 12 for the match. 3-6-7. And what a time to strike 3. Two good friends, you can see. Both find the humorous side of it. Because if you don't laugh, you cry. And it's all falling apart at the minute for our Event 1 champion. Disappointing to see. I was hoping for fireworks in the last leg. But Mason Tees has grinded him down well. It's been a brilliant performance from 3-1 down and 4-3 against the throw. Can he get over the winner line himself? How much has Lex got in the tank today? And Mason, if he gets through, we'll be hoping that there's plenty in the tank, sir. Breathing space on the 100. treble 16 perhaps. 72, still a very makeable task. And he's got at least 6 to 9 darts on it. Well, you never know from this. That would have been a beautiful 127 lead if he was to hit the maximum. But 72 going, and at least 6 darts at it. As we say, sometimes this kind of lead can lead you into a false sense of security. For place in the final, Mason T's the tops merchant, wants tops. Still late drama, perhaps, in semi-final number 2. Our world champion won't give up lightly. There it is, he sees. Mason now focusing on his own darts. It's in your hands, boy. Double 10 to end the group and semi-final. Brilliant darts from Mason Tees. He makes the final of event number 2. And a relieved young man. And Lex Parhauser, gracious in defeat, pleased for the Englishman. Lex has given his all, and he'll be back tomorrow fresh. Let's Mason Tees, who plays Ryan and Bradley in our final upcoming. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, folks. So, ahead of our boys' final, we've got a treat for you in store here. We've got the girls' final, which has been whittled down to Paige Pauling of England and Rebecca Allen of Ireland. First of four legs for our JPL starlets. Putting their finishing touches on their prep to be the first winner of 2025 on the girls' tour. It's Rebecca Allen to go first, and she's off for the 72. A bit like Archie Self in regards to the girls' tour. What Paige Pauling hasn't won, it's not worth knowing about. She really is that far ahead in terms of competition wins. But Rebecca Allen is really learning her trade fast. And a 180 is evident of that. To get herself back in the mix, she looks to hold throw. Very easy on the eye, there was Paige Pauling's action. You can see that holding up no problem at all under pressure. And I think it'll be tested here against the inform Irish girl. The Irish number one. 46 going. 36 going. And an opportunity there for a hold of throw, but Pauling, can Paige take it out? She's got two nice markers. She finds it with a third dart. I said last night in the JPL that Paige Pauling's extension of the arm was double top, and she hit it several times, but she's also very well equipped at that side of the board as well. As you'd expect for the number one girl. The World Open winner, the World Masters winner from last year. Rebecca Allen has been mixing it at the last stages of every one of these events as well. I watched one of her matches against Aurora Francesco. And the Italian girl got the better of on that occasion in a semi-final, I believe it was, of the World Open. But Rebecca gave herself opportunities in most of the legs. And she certainly didn't lack stage presence or confidence on the stage. Great body language and demeanour going on from both girls. For 2-0 double five. And a second opportunity, that albeit the 152 was a difficult task, the 92, especially hitting after hitting the first treble, is a lot easier. And she takes it out beautifully in two darts. We've got a level game and wrestled the advantage back, has the Irish girl. Paige reached the final by beating Natalie Baxter 3-1, a 68.97 average in that one. Rebecca Allen getting the better of JPL starlet Yasmin Rukhavard. Paige got past Lucy Shepherd 3-1 in the quarterfinals. Where for Rebecca, it was a 3-1 victory also against Rushton's finest, Lexi Jane Rugsby. Much more accomplished leg on throw here for Allen, who leaves 120 after 15 darts. Paige none of the races in this one so far. And a great visit again. And Paige wakes up nicely. Tricky double two. She took it out a couple of times last night in the JPL when it mattered in the last leg and in the early exchanges. But she's on the madhouse if she gets a shot. Treble 20 for tops. Double top, her favourite double. Great attempt there from Paige from out the blue. And a beautiful take with the third dart. Rebecca Allen leads for the first time in our girls' final. What a match we've got. And you feel Paige will respond and go through the gears herself. Rebecca will grow in confidence as she leads now. What a final. Paige, of course, the WDF World Champion as well in the girls. And for the young English girl here, you do feel 100 ahead minus these that it's got to go 2-2 because 3-1 down and Rebecca having the darts in the next leg. It could be an awful long way back. Keeps things straight. She's on 80 when she returns. How much pressure will the 80 be under? So back for top she will be as the 138 goes astray early doors. Experience and composure from the 16-year-old. Takes out double 10, no problem at all. 2-all. We've got a Desmond in our final, both halfway to victory. Rebecca straight in the red bit confidently. Great response from Paige. What a final we've got. The standard, the scoring is getting ramped up. The business end, the clutch moment of our final. And both girls responding fantastically to each other's high scoring. Rebecca who got the better of Lily Wheeler, our qualifier, our sole qualifier from the girls in the JPL. We had two boys qualifiers. And just the one, Lily Wheeler, 4-1 defeat against Rebecca Allen last night. She'll be over the moon to get off to a good start. And she's looking to get a first tour event and a beautiful 140 there. And she'll be back for it because an unlucky attempt there from Paige Paul and 134 to leave 16. 72. Is that a blocker? Double six. Great attempt there from the Irish girl. And Paige Portland with an opportunity to throw for the match if she converts. Drama here in Coventry. There's something in the West Midlands there. Something special, and it's Paige Portland who takes the advantage. But she has the throw in leg number 6, averaging just shy of 70, both of them. And the 5 scored from Rebecca Allen there was almost as welcome as Lex Passhouse's 3 in the final leg of that semi-final we've just witnessed. But she's got grit, and she will respond. But it's Paula with an 85 who holds the advantage. Will we see a last leg decider in this one? Or is Paige Portland going to be our Event 1 champion? The red hot favourite coming into it. But if everything was won on paper, the bookies would be skint. And that's what we love about sport, especially of the tungsten variety. A valuable treble 20 found the corner there. Maintains her advantage. And after 18 darts, she's back for 1-2-4. 6 darts at it. A nice turn from Rebecca Allen, but unable to leave a finish. And Paige Portland, England international at junior and senior level, is on 36 for Event 1 championship darts coming up. Event 1 champion Paige Portland, a 4-2 victory over a very impressive Rebecca Allen. But it's Paige Portland's day here at Saturday in Coventry. She's our first winner. Great stuff from both girls. And stay with us, everybody. We've got our boys' final coming next. Ryan Branley is in action. We draw breath, everybody. After that exhilarating performance by Paige Paulin, our second finals winner of the day. Lex Passhauser won event number 1, and we're about to find out who's going to win our third and final of the day. Will it be Mason Tees or Ryan Branley? Both players putting the finishing touches on their preparation. The best of 11 leg for the final. Ryan's been here before in event number 1. Can he go one better in the second event? Both matching strides with impressive bullseyes. And it's the man from the northeast to get us underway. Ryan Branley taking on Mason Tees. Branley, as in our matches that we've seen on our stream so far, relentless on the treble 20s to get things underway when he's been starting the legs. Almost forcing the arm of a 12 darter from his opponent. That puts pressure on you straight away to hold your throw when it's their turn. 170 after 9, he's first to a finish. Attempted to leave tops there, but 65 after 12 is not too shabby. And he wants double top for a handy 15 dart opening leg. And he's wandered into the double 5. We've seen that a couple of times today. The double 15 has been a friend to those that have slipped into the 5. And he's got to go for it. His opponent on 60. Gets him with the third dart. Real grit from Ryan there to see off the leg. That could have got tricky. And it'll settle him down. Mason, plenty of experience, 16-year-old, World Open champion. Against the Luke Littler Legacy Open champion. Luke, who made an appearance over in Gibraltar. Surprised many and presented the trophy to Ryan. He beat Jack Nankovic, as mentioned, in that final. And Jumping Jack, fantastic player, as we witnessed last night and tonight. Ryan, who finished third in the overall JDC Advanced Order of Merit in 2024. And like Passhauser, like Archie Self, like Jack, they're going to be front runners again, like Mason included. It's going to be interesting to see how the season develops and the personal head-to-head battles. So for a level game, double 16. 15 dart hole to throw. 2 quality holes from the both of them. Ryan, a bit of a win machine, not just in the Northeast, but all over now. And his sights are firmly on the JDC Advanced Tour. All the major events that come up with the JDC. The development tour is a week or two away. He's making good inroads on the Challenge Tour early doors as well. The future's bright. The future's most certainly Ryan Branley and Mason Tees. Two triple visit there would have put him in pole position in this leg, but Branley will still fancy his chances, even though he's 26 points, 34 points back even. The big fish to go in front. What a time it would have been to produce it in a final. Up the ladder. Double top finds it. A beautiful Shanghai and another 15 dart leg. It's raining 15 dart legs, everybody. 3 holes a throw. Throw 12 if you want to break my throw, they're both saying. Huge respect between the pair, you can see that. A lot of friendships off the hockey, but for that 5 to 10 minute window, that goes out the window in any round at any stage of a tournament. Said the achievements of Ryan and Mason. Mason being the World Open champion, Ryan winning tournaments in Malta and Italy, as well as Gibraltar. And a beautiful 160. Producing the goods in the final, as you'd expect. The man who did so well on debut in the Modus. Not many people at the time knew him away from the JDC and the Northeast. We haven't watched that week down in Portsmouth. A lot of people will sit up and pay attention of him now. 24 for a break a throw. 2 lovely markers. Finds it nicely. And guess what, everybody? Another 15 dart leg. It's a crucial one. It's a 3-1 advantage and it's a break a throw. We mentioned darts taking per leg and averages. He said that Ryan was player of the weekend as Northumberland faced County Durham with a 31.5 average. He sits 9th in the second division County A standings. And when you look at the players that are around him, that are above him, 180 perhaps say for Mason. Yes, great darts there as he looks to break immediately back. Fantastic effort here from Mason. Back comes Branley. And you look at the players that are above Ryan in the standings in that Division 2A standings. We've got Darrell Pilgrim of Surrey, Paul Rowley of Salopian. We've got Lee Evans sitting at the top of Wiltshire. We've got Tony Allies of Nottinghamshire. What a player he is, by the way, still. Graham Hall of Worcestershire, all players that have done so well with the PDC and Challenge Tour and the Modus. And Ryan is mixing it at such a young age with these thoroughbreds. It's only a break if you're able to hold your throw next. And Mason is pouring it on, needing 66. Double 18. The size says that it slipped into the double one, and he's ruined yet another opportunity of a 15 darter. A width of a wire away from another one. And that will really hurt Mason Tees because Ryan Branley takes out 100 like shell and peas. 4-1, and he's 2 away from the title and going top of the overall standings after the opening day. Early doors, I know, but they want to put a benchmark out there. They want to win a title. We mentioned his Northumberland teammate Daniel Stevenson reaching the final, losing out to Lex Parhauser in the JDC World Championship final on the Ali Pali stage. And it was Ryan who lost out in the round of 64 in 2023 to Almos Kovacs of Hungary, and he went on to reach the final 2 years ago. But all that's in the past. The present is now, and he's 2 away from a JDC title to his name, an Advanced Tour title. Back in the red bit. Great adjustment with the second and third dart. It looked like he was losing composure slightly. He was having none of it. After the slip in the one, it's not about leaving a check out. He's hit 2 trebles to leave 162. There's the likelihood of a 145 going, a Jaden Walker going is very difficult, as we all know. Brilliant darts though from Mason Tees. Applies the pressure on the 87. Brilliant dart, double 5. And timing was crucial there. And we thought he was going to be at it again, but Mason will be back for an opportunity at 6. Takes it out lovely. Great determination and grit. The temperament of Mason is there to be seen. 4-2 and still battling strong. Ryan is just relentless. Third, as mentioned, on the tour last year, 36 points. 8 off the pace of Archie Self, who was on 44. 190 legs won overall on the tour. See if he betters that this year. I have a feeling he will. It's all about progression, whether it be a foundation level, whether it be a cadet level. And all these youngsters are showing progression because they've got the right people around them to support them, whether that be family, friends, sponsors, coaches, duty drivers, mums and dads. And on behalf of all the players, I'm sure, to all them that have made the effort throughout the years to get their sons, daughters where they are, many, many thanks for allowing us to watch them. Double 8 for a 15 darter. And there's another one, folks. He's 1 away, Ryan Branley. The Northumberland massive flexing his muscles, 5-2 with the advantage. Ryan on the back of Champion of Champions in Rotherham came back to play in one of my local vaults. He couldn't get out the group. That spurred him on to better things at the Small Crafts in Hartlepool. It must have been a long day for young Ryan. We'll let you off on this occasion. And I can't take any credit at all for knocking him out of the group. I was safely housed in the other half of the draw. Mason looking to dig in. A holder breaking a holder. We've got a 5-all game and a decider. We said when he was in that position against the JDC World Champion Lex Passhauser that's what he had to do, and he managed to do it. Can he do it again? The comeback kid, Mason Tees. Brilliant second and third dart. Fantastic arrows. Leaves himself beautifully on double 18 when he returns. The 15 dart is out the window. 16 to 18 will do nicely. Flirting dangerously with a double one, and he's hit the same exact hole as he did earlier on in the match. And he can semi-laugh about it because Ryan's back on 158, but what a way to go out this would be for Branley. 158 for the match and for the championship. Snarls at it. Will he be back? Or will he have to wait another leg for the title? House of the Mad. Beautiful take. No messing about for Mason Tees. We said he likes it up at tops. He's hit a double 5 and a double 1. Doing it the hard way. And as for Branley, the last leg's always the hardest to win in any match, let alone a championship. Great drama here on the JDC YouTube and Facebook streams. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I have today. We'll be back again tomorrow, everybody. For events 3 and 4. Can't wait. My poor voice can't wait also. Brilliant darts here for Branley as he looks to wrap it up. Maximum time. And what a time to do it. Unable to respond. And as that 180 put the final nail in Mason Tees' event 2 coffin. A great achievement in reaching the final. He's not giving up at all, is he? As you would expect. Disappointment with the second dart. But that was crying out 180 of its own. Mason clearly disappointed with that. When it matters, he needed a big one. Branley, though, what a class act he is. 78 required. 60 going when he comes back. Double tops has been kind from in combinations. It's not a tricky one to seal the deal. Mason asking the question though, 134. For event 2, champion, 60, 20 for double top. Stands back, thinks about things, adjusts his angle. Ryan Branley is our event 2 champion. A beautiful 60 checkout and an 88.34, a 17 darter to secure the deal. And Mason Tees, a great effort in reaching the final. We've had 2 fantastic events covered and a girls' final today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And we'll be back again tomorrow, Sunday at the Darts in Coventry. Join us on the JDC Advanced Tour and Girls Tour. Thanks for having us. I've been Carl Redden. Good night and God bless.